Hey everyone, I just read Tehanu by Ursula LeGuin, and it was fine. All of you are babies. There are much better things to get angry about than the politics of this book. It's a book about a young girl burned and abandoned by her parents and the new life she finds with her adoptive mother, the former first priestess of the Nameless, in the wake of the events of the farthest shore. The prose. I loved the more mature tone of this book. This is a story about adults with adult concerns, and it was great to view the Earthsea through that lens in a time of change. It was a welcome change of pace, even if the sudden appearance of swear words came at me like a slap. I also really loved how this book shines a light on the systemic misogyny inherent in a lot of the Earthsea's world that previous narrators Sparrowhawk and Lebanon haven't really noticed, by virtue of they being themselves men. The way one of the masters of Roke was dismissive of Tenor out of hand felt depressingly realistic. And once again it was very nice to have a fantasy story with relatively low stakes. The world around them is changing rapidly and violently after the events of the farthest shore, but Tenor's biggest concern is just keeping her family safe. The cons? For a book ostensibly about Theru, she's not all that important to the plot, and isn't much of a character in and of herself. Tenor and Moss and everyone else left much more of an impression. Like a lot of the Earthsea stories, this book ends so abruptly after all that build-up, it felt like running right off the edge of a cliff. And I would have liked to have seen a bit more of the world after the events of the farthest shore than just the island of Gaunt, but this is just a nitpick. It's definitely different compared to the first three books, but after the farthest shore, I don't think the series could have gone back to the way it was before. It needed something more mature to move forward, even if that requires overturning the biggest rocks of the setting to have a look at the worms underneath. I've heard a lot of people find this one overly preachy, but I disagree. To me it feels introspective, and if you enjoyed the first three I'd recommend it you give it a try, or a second chance. Just don't go in expecting the same sort of story, in the same kind of world. And I'm giving Tehanu an A. What should I read next? Comment a suggestion down below. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and share the video around. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.